what we look like, no matter what we have or don't have, no matter any of those things, that we must show up, and that an injustice done to one of us is an injustice done to all of us. We must believe in our hearts. We must believe in our hearts that an injustice that is done to one human being is an injustice done to all human beings. We cannot back down or be quiet about the injustices that this department and other departments around Minnesota have done to hurt our families. I lost the father of my son, Justin Tigan, at the hands of the St. Paul Police Department. He was brutally beat to death and thrown inside of a trash dumpster August 19, 2009 at the hands of this same police department. Michelle Gross will tell you guys that this police department is even deadlier than the Minneapolis Police Department. St. Paul Police has blood on its hands. And we have to, as Asian people, black people, white people, native people, Hispanic people, we as people have to show up and hold these people accountable. They're not going to hold themselves accountable. They're not going to hold themselves accountable. They're protecting themselves. It is strategic. It is strategic. It is not going to be one family alone that is going to combat a system that is strategically critiqued and designed to keep certain groups of people under oppression. It's not one family alone that can do this to fight up against the system. It's not one race of people alone that can fight up against this system. It's not one group of people alone that can do this. It's going to take all of us. All of us. And so I am here today because I stand in solidarity with my Asian and my Hmong brothers and sisters to let you know that I will be here and I got your back and our movement got y'all back. But we need y'all to have our back, and we're going to have each other back to go up against this evil system that is against all of us. Yeah! So we have other impacted families that are out here with us today, along with myself. We have the mother of Philando Castile, and I believe that Miss Valerie is out here already. We have the mother of Philando Castile, who I'm not sure if many of you saw it, but Philando was killed for doing what they asked him to do. There was no justice served in the situation. The officer walks free, and his mother is here. We're going to be calling out all of the mothers of these injustices so that we can all join forces. There is strength in numbers. There is strength in numbers. So we're going to get all of everyone else to show up out here. And so we will now call forward the mother of Philando Castile. But also, is Yiag's family here already? Did they speak already? Okay, so first we're going to call for Mr. Yiag's family to say some words. The representative of Mr. Yiag's family to come forward and say a few words. Then we'll have words from other impacted families that are out here today. Thank you all. Is that person here?
Trên đây nè, giờ thì nó giờ nó chỉ lọt thì nó. Chết tí lọ. Yeah. Lọt thì nó. Okay.
Đời nó cũng về tù muộn ra. Nung nó chỉ muốn kinh doanh chẳng cho của tụi mình nữa. Thế tôi sẽ có thế tôi từ lúc số nó tôi hay. Vì do tầm lo mốt của tụi mình nữa tôi chỉ muốn doanh chẳng chỉ muốn kinh doanh chẳng. Lợi tôi là lợi chỉ tôi muốn ta kinh doanh chẳng muốn chỉ cho của tụi mình nữa. Lợi chỉ món của tụi mình nữa tôi giả lý ít chút chè.
All the family member.
Nung nào của tụi mình nung.
Yeah, all the family member.
Tao tao xe chỉ mua của tụi mình nung nào. Của tôi xe cân cầu li. Của yo itu nang pada control. Mua của tụi mình nung nhon là của isa thản đó của. Chỉ mua của tụi nung là. Của mà ye chỉ bao nang nhớ. Của tụi mình nung to to. Dạ chỉ mua cái trang trang người ya itu nang chỉ bao lô meka lấy nhà chỉ mua trên trâu nữa lấy mua được tua của chỉ xe cân cầu li của tu xe hàng hai trâu y trồng măng sợ đời bao hai tiền cho kế trong này nọ nửa chỉ ya itu trên ya itu nang nửa cho xe tu lại bây giờ chỉ tao tất cả lò rồi, người ta sẽ tu lại cái ta mỗi sự năng, tan thà bây trồng măng, nên như bao hạt cái tu năng tu chỉ tất cả lò rồi, tu ta ý sự năng nó là, mà nó là theo tao thọ tan thà bây trồng mình cứ tìm măng tu nó tu vô tu, mua măng mỏ tên là tên trừ, tên tu chân thành thành chế tôn thà bây cùng xe cùng chủ thọ cho kiện trang trang có tận đây là tham mua dùng nó ít dùng gì rồi.
Yo la.
Có tận đây là sau đây có một chủ mua cho cái có nhà nó mua áp chỉ là có một cái xí thả xe thia. Thọ này nó ít dùng gì rồi na. Ôi nó cho lăng từ mua xe na. Sau đây có năng gì bao mua xe đi养狗. Chỉ do hạt tiền tụ tạm đua ở thế li mua xe sư. Bé cho bé sẵn là bé mua xí đi养狗bé ยัง mua chạy ý giả thia bé ยัง tu xe cân cầu bé tụ năng tua rồi chế bé ยัง ủa chỉ tao lý cha rồi na nè bột bao hạt thì bé tụ năng tua chế tua mua là ý xí năng em này ya ủa à chị em này tứ hú này tô ba na ủa cho này tô cho này chỉ ba mua lô thả trong này chỉ thả em này tô cho chế này chỉ li mua tua kia li tua chế sư mà cũng chỉ cần cầu lên á, cô nhớ chỉ cho nó yo muốn chỉ này là ta khó thế, hay là nó trốn này xí nữa, lên nào xí.
我叫呢，我叫而且今年呢，而且陈老板还那考虑找的那都看Thank you for the family for being here and speaking yours, making your statement out to the public. Toshira, can I have you back here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So nhớ tuyển được không? So the next guest speakers will the next guest speaker that will be represent or part of the family is Dr. Vang, Dr. Badar Vang.
Okay, thank you very much everyone for showing up today on this Sunday afternoon, and thank you for the organizers. I am here on behalf of the family Yabi. She requested that I speak about social justice. I am a professor of social work at St. Catherine University. Our work is social justice. We are directly connected to pursuing social justice for all people of the society. And so and if I don't do that work, then I'm not doing my job. If I'm not here today speaking about this, about social justice on behalf of my community, I'm not doing my part as a social work professor. In watching the video, and also I'm not a police, I do not know the job of police officers, but I do know that I need police officers in my life to protect me. But in the video, I did not see social justice for Yia. He did not present a direct threat to police. There was not time given to figure out what Yia needed, and in talking to the family, you know, as a Hmong person, you just say you see, but you look at a munyon and eating that up. You should more so more than that. The Shinda Jenning Tai had there. New more can you share? The young had then you would told to King, let them more son of by Yalu Jelo. And let them banning, okay. Let 30 on take a banning, the show gets out of go. Let you banning. Okay, and so what I just said was that Ye was in a senior housing because he needed help. And in our Hmong community, we don't send our fathers and our grandfathers to go live in a senior housing by themselves. They live with family. They get support from family. And it was obvious that, yeah, he needed help, right? He was experiencing a mental health crisis in that moment. And instead of having police officers respond to that mental health crisis, his life was taken. And so the family wanted me to come up here and talk about the importance of social justice, the importance that when members of our own community, we are a collective community where we take care of our own. We don't send our own to go live in a senior housing by themselves. And the fact that he was there meant that he needed help. And the family is angered that he did not get the help that he needed, and instead his life was taken at the hands of police. And so I'm here with the family, and I will continue to stay committed to the family to make sure that we find justice for our family and for our communities. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We thank you so much for coming out and standing for Mr. Gia. We can only imagine what we may be hurting as a community, but we can only imagine what his family is experiencing, being that this was an elder not only in our community, but an elder in their family. So we thank you all for building up the courage to be here today to speak on his behalf. We will now call forward another family that has experienced a murder, death, injustice here in this state of Minnesota. We will now call forward the mother of Philando Castile, Valerie Castile. Thank you.
Woo!
I just want to say I'm sorry for your loss. And coming from me, I know exactly how you feel. I know, baby.
I'm not happy. They killed my brother. It's not right. I'm not happy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Here we go again. If you guys don't know me, I'm Valerie Castile. I'm Philando Castile's mother. Philando was crucified July 6, 2016. He was honest and he told the truth, and it cost him his life. He was asked to present his driver's license, and in the process, in motion, he did relate to the officer that he did have a weapon in the car. And he didn't tell him to stop moving or anything like that. He just shot him. As a matter of fact, he took a better position. He didn't try to hide, and because he had an opportunity outside the car. He could have did something else to prevent murdering my son. He took a better position and stuck the gun in the car and shot my son 5 times, taking his life. I'm here today to stand in solidarity with this family. As a human being, I'm standing here as a human being, and to say that I'm sorry for your loss, unnecessary loss, continued time after time. Our children and our community members are taken unnecessarily. There is something that could have been done. Something else could have been done.
Yeah!
Yes. That's the thing. They don't take the time. When they come in our communities, they're not coming to negotiate. They're coming to kill.
Yeah!
They're not coming to negotiate. They're not saying, well, let's get on the phone and call his mother. Let's call his sister to see if we can handle this situation differently. They don't do that for us. They come in with guns blazing. They come in with guns blazing and kill our community members.
Yes!
We have to do something together. We cannot win this battle just over here and over here and over here. We got to be right here. Right here.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
To make this thing work. In order to have them held accountable, we have to be together to do it. I can't do it by myself, and neither can you.
And it hurts my heart that they are so insensitive. So insensitive, they will hunt you down. That man hunted my son for 2 miles before he decided to take his life. He knew what he was going to do when he got out of that car and approached him. Just like they knew what they was going to do when they got to these people's house. They was coming to kill because somebody said there was a weapon involved. He had something. You don't know what it was. Sometimes you got to mind your business. Because when you call them, they ain't coming to solve the problem. They're coming to kill.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They're coming to kill. They ain't coming to negotiate and try to see what's wrong. It was something wrong. He needed help, but they didn't want to help. That was too much time, too much work. Just like when they shoot our kids in the back, it's too much work to chase them down. So they shoot them in the back. We're here today, 2023, and we got to change some things.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's willing to challenge these status quos. We need challengers. We need commitments.
Yeah. That's right.
We need people in office that's going to make the proper changes and not be afraid of what their constituents say or what their neighbors say. Oh, you a nigger lover, or that spick, or that mom. You know, they call us all kind of names in the locker room, but they'll play like they ain't hear it. You are lying. You heard it. But did you go to the chief and say, I don't think he should be on the street today because he ain't feeling well. He talking kind of crazy. I think he need to see somebody. They don't want to do that. They macho men. They macho men. They don't want to make it seem as if they weak. They are weak. They are cowards because they'll shoot you in your back. They'll shoot an elderly man.
That's right.
It's crazy. We have to do something different. If it means find all their asses and get some new police.
Yes.
If it takes getting rid of all of them from the top to the bottom, that's what we need to fucking do.
That's right.
Coming out here saying the same thing, asking for the same thing, and then what they give us is something that's been asked for 50 years ago.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. Ain't none of this mess new. They just getting brand new.
Yeah.
It ain't new. We've been crying and fighting. Martin Luther King lost his life for our rights, and every day you see our rights are being challenged. Y'all better pay attention.
That's right.
Ladies, you can't get abortion. How somebody gonna tell you what to do with your body? And that's a right. Pay attention, cause they picking at it. A little bit by little bit, they trying to take our rights. So y'all need to pay attention, and we need to come together as human beings. It ain't nothing about the black man, the white man, the red man. We all human. We all bleed red, and I bet you any one of their asses, if one of their kids need a kidney, they'll take that black kidney.
Yes.
I bet you that. So we gonna stick together, we gonna stand together, we gonna keep on protesting, we gonna go in places that they don't want us to.
All right.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Years old, 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 yeah. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Everyone
We're getting ready to gear up to get ready to get going on the march. But before we do, I want to have one speaker that is very vital to this movement and helping our families in this movement, and that actually her organization filed a lawsuit against the city to get them to release the footage of Mr. Yiag's killing. They were not going to release that footage, and because of Communities United Against Police Brutality, a lawsuit was filed. And that's when they released the footage to the community. So this is going to be another hidden murder, just like the other murders in the community. I will call forward Michelle Gross with Communities United Against Police Brutality. Then we're going to gear up to get ready for our march, and we'll let you know the steps that we're going to take. Thank you, Michelle Gross.
Thank you. I'm so proud today to stand with this community to demand justice for the unjustified killing, the unjustified killing of yiag. We will never tolerate these unjustified killings. We cannot tolerate them. Most people don't know, but St. Paul has a rate of killing members of the community that is 3 times higher than Minneapolis. Did you know that? They are the deadliest department in the state and the 19th deadliest in the country. These are murderers. These are murderers. And yet, time and time again, there is no justice. But we're not going to let that happen this time, are we? No. We are not going to let them get away with murdering an elderly man in his home. No. We're not tolerating it. This man was in his home where he should have been safe. Cops come in and 30 seconds later, he's dead. This is unacceptable. He was not trying to harm the police. He was going into his apartment. The defense against edge weaponry is distance and barriers. The police closed the distance and they kicked away the barrier. And when they did that, they put themselves in peril and then used that to justify murdering an elderly man. This is unacceptable. We will not tolerate it, and we will get justice. We are reinvestigating this case. We are not going to rely on the official investigation, which is always designed to clear the police. It's always designed to cover for the cops. We're not relying on that. We as a community will investigate this ourselves. And it starts with demanding all of the data. And that's what we're doing. We're suing the city of Minneapolis, St. Paul, to get all of the data.
Yes.
And we're not until they get around with some investigation a year later. Hell no. We want the data right now.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
That's right.
Now. 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 Justice.
What do we want? Justice. And I'll tell you what else we want.
Justice.
Not any of these cops should be sitting in their house with their family tonight. They should be sitting in a damn jail waiting to get prosecuted. So listen here, I'm going to chant for you, and I want you to join me. No justice.
No peace.
Prosecute the police.
No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police. No justice. No peace. Prosecute the police. Justice. No peace. Prosecute the police.
They have no business sitting in their home with their families when yiag cannot be with his family. That video is probable cause to put some handcuffs on them and put them in the damn jail and leave them there for their trial. And we will not continue to tolerate it. Our next moves, we've got plenty. This is a great organizing committee. They're doing a fabulous job. And they've got moves, so make sure you pay attention, because we are going to be taking it to the legislature. We're going to be taking it to the city. We're going to be taking it wherever the hell we need to go to get justice for yiag. Communities United Against Police Brutality will stand with you. until we get justice. Thank you. No justice.
No peace. No peace. Now. No peace. No peace. No peace.
Okay, everyone. We are getting ready to gear up to, we're doing a short little march. It won't be long at all. We're going to march down to University, go down about 2 blocks to Griggs, and then we're going to do a U-turn and come back. But before we do, we want to say the demands. The demands are that they release all of the video footage. We don't want the little clips that they give us. We want all of the video footage from all of the officers that were there that day.
Yeah!
We want the officers we want them arrested. The officer, we want them fired. We want them fired, and we want them arrested and held accountable and prosecuted. Yep. Is there any other demands that we have for these guys as well? We want an independent investigation. We don't want the BCA that continues to help cover up murder after murder after murder. They're not investigating anything. They're covering up murders. And they have to be threatened to be sued to even release the video footage. So we want an independent investigation by Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Yeah!
We want all of the footage released.
Yeah! Yeah!
Take them out! So what do we want? We want Keith Ellison to prosecute this case. What do we want?
We want Keith Ellison to prosecute the case.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Okay, so again, I always say this at the end, but I'm going to say it again right now before we take off, and then when we come back, we may do it again. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win.
We have a duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose with our chains.
We have nothing to lose with your chain.
We have a duty to fight for our freedom.
We have a duty to win.
Support one another.
We must love and support one another.
Nothing to lose with our chain.
We have nothing to lose with our chain.
Nothing to lose with our chain.
Nothing
to lose with our chain. Power to the people. All to the people. Yep, give yourselves a round of applause. We're gonna start gearing up.
Sorry, nasib niya man. Nakakita nila doon na.
Okay, also, we want to have the elders, all of the elders come towards the front so we can walk